All right, welcome back. Right now, I just got back from lunch, ready to do some more work on Journey Proud. Once again, my name is Alburn Binkley. I'm a reality show editor. Right now, I am off work and I'm just working from home on a project that me and a bunch of great people filmed last summer. It's called Journey Proud. It's a romantic comedy travel movie. Right now, my partner in the film, Adam, has made a string out from mostly sung timelines. And so what I've been doing is overcutting with groups in order to have that link back to all the different media, and then doing an audio mix to make it more presentable to the general public, because audio is really, like, it can take you out of your viewing experience very quickly. So this morning, I just got through this scene. They're in the car, they're leaving Los Angeles. I'm about to get to this B-roll stuff, which it doesn't really matter as much for the grouping. So maybe I'll leave it and move on. That sounds like a good idea. Some Grand Canyon B-roll. None of this stuff, well, yeah. All right, so here I see, yes, it's definitely overcut from a sunk timeline, because I can see the build of all the tracks, and I think even this is a 3D warp to help with syncing on the A camera. So the first thing I'm going to do is collapse all this probably up to the nighttime here where they're at the hotel. And that's just to make everything more clear what we're actually looking at, how much of the clips we're actually using. There are a few time motion effects on here. We'll deal with those once we get to them. But basically, I'm just reconforming this to groups. Like these are all master clips because they were cut in from a sung timeline. If any of you have worked on any projects with multiple cameras, you know that you line them all up in your timeline by time code, sync them so that they're all in sync, and that helps in the grouping process. So I'm just going to take one chunk at a time. I'm going to work up to, I'm going to stay on the Grand Canyon. I'll work up to the motel there for now. So what again I'm doing is just overcutting groups.
All right, here we are.
All right. So I'm going to start with the audio, because that's what we run into first. There's some nat sounds here. Maybe I will start with this. So this is all stuff that, according to my audio tracks, was shot on 0817. So I'm going to get to those groups, close the ones I was working on. Command 9 takes me to my project window. I'm going to open the groups from 817. Double click to load into my source. And I'm going to start with this first clip, and then we'll dig into the meat of the scene. So this is not colored brown. If you saw this morning, I've been coloring all my A-cam clips brown just to make them easier to identify in the groups, the way that Avid does its groups now. So this is the bin that has all the source clips for this day's shooting that has been transcoded. I'm coloring them this color brown. And you see they updated here on the timeline because of my settings. And then I'm going to match frame and find bin for this audio then these I'm going to color a dark blue. So I'm just holding shift, clicking, or I could Command A click, or just Command A. And then right click, and I'm going to color all these dark blue. Oh, that's the right one. Then I can close this bin. So we see we've updated the colors in here just to make it easier to differentiate. And then where it really helps, I'm going to load my group in my source side of my composer window. And then I have a keyboard shortcut to switch to putting my source clips into my timeline. And here you can see where coloring the clips helps with the way that Avid does groups now. I can see these brown clips where there's footage, and then this is just empty sequence. Here's more footage. These are not my A-cam clips. If I go to my quarter view, my 4-up view, I can see that these are from my DJI Osmo. Hello, say hi to my wife, Kelsey.
Oh, they can't see me.
Oh, but they can hear you. Come on in.
No, it's okay.
No? All right. Well, thanks to whoever's watching. Yeah, hope you're enjoying. So yeah, so the blue there is where I know there's production audio because I just colored it blue. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to be overwriting all these master clips with groups. And I'm using Command a lot as I'm clicking, and Command Option. Command snaps to the head, and Command Option snaps to the tail. Or I could just Option T, which is mark clip.
Baron's watching. Give a shout out to
Oh, hey Baron. Glad to have you watching me. There's a little hula girl here. I'm about to get to the Grand Canyon. These people are on a road trip together. Baron's my nephew for anyone else watching. And we're about to get to some beautiful vistas. But first, we got to overwrite master clips with groups. So, if you were watching this morning, I have my audio patched where I want it. If it's all jumbled, I have restore default patch mapped to some of my keys. And it looks like because this particular audio didn't have all straight 1 through 8, all the audio tracks, that the restore default patch actually messes that up a little bit, so I'm not going to do that for this one. So I'm overwriting via timecode. I'm looking at my video timecode for this, and I'm just going to find that in my group. So there's 17. Here's a C cam, or the A cam, which is the A7. Type in timecode, mark an endpoint, and overwrite. And yeah, we can tell that there's not any production audio at that B-roll point anyways. I think that was the last one, so I'm not going to worry about changing those. Actually, I'm going to change this to Journey Prod, to the production audio. So there's no production audio in this B-roll clip anyways. I'll just set it now quickly to, ooh, yeah, it looks like these groups are a little messy. Another reason why it's nice to color the media, because, yeah, I haven't started doing groups funny. This little pan has a motion effect on it. I'm going to match frame. Well, no, it's probably the same day. Yes. So I'm just still typing in timecode, hitting an I. I'm going to overwrite it to a track above it. I see this is a reverse -100 on here. So I think I got to actually match this one, the last frame, which is and now I can overwrite this top one. So basically I went to the last frame on V1 and saw what that was to mark an in, because I'm going to be reversing this in time. Going to effect mode and just grabbing that effect and dragging it to the other clip. And if I compare the monitors, between the two, I see that it's staying the same. So I think I effectively overwrote that. Well, while we're here, I'm going to do this one clip, a video manually, and then we'll see if they're tied to the audio. So just typing in timecode. And now I'm going to switch to overwriting the audio. I guess I should take out this audio for now. It's probably just camera audio of wind at the Grand Canyon. So I'm going to switch to looking at my A1 audio for my time code because I'm overwriting these master clips because I can't switch them. They're not linked to the rest of the stuff that was shot that day. I'm overwriting it with group clips. So matching my audio. I'm just typing that number into the number pad. So I set an endpoint at the same, overwriting.
All right, here we are.
And so I already fixed that one. This I see is in sync. So I'm just selecting into outs of different areas to make clean overwrites, and then I'll trim out the excess edges. I'm still going to stick with the audio from the time code because it's the most solid that I have from that day. This is back to video only. I mean, it's probably from that same sequence. We'll see. Nope. So yeah, I don't know if it's because of the way it was grouped or whatever, but the A-cam here was shot with the Sony A7, and I have it set to time of day time code, but the B-cam is a DJI Osmo, which is a very consumer level camera, does not have time code. So to match that shot, I have to look at the video time code and the name of the clip. This is 0625. If I hold command, I can see the name of the clips in my 4-up split. So I'm going to find 0625. And then this is 1 minute and 4 seconds, 9 frames into the clip. So I just have to match that same spot. So I've tried like the addition and just typing in the time codes, but these clips just are buggy. So I'm just scrubbing via JKL to get close and then using the arrow keys to get dead on. And I'm pretty sure that's, yeah, that's, so I have my duplicate colors turned on, so there's a way of double checking that it's the same clip that was there. Because right now I am not trying to make any creative edits. I am just trying to overwrite what is there with group clips. And then I'll do an audio mix, but the creative pass is coming after this pass is done. Because this audio and picture are a little more cut than some parts of the sequence have been, I'm doing these separate. But that'll probably line up. So again, looking for that same number, 0627. And then I gotta switch this back to V1. Same with this.
Sorry.
And this is number 625. Switching the multicam to that changes the time code because it's based on whatever is selected. And just fast forwarding again. This process is a little slow, but I encourage it because it got us to a rough cut quicker than if we had waited to work with the groups. And I don't mind doing it, going through this slowly. You know, it gives me a chance to look at the footage in a very granular way and start to get a feel for it. Yeah. So I don't think any time is wasted, especially trying to tell a story. It's a slow process. It can be fast, but it's our first time doing it. We want to do it right and cheaply. So I'm just overcutting large chunks and then using trim mode in order to fill in if there's like J cuts or L cuts. And now this is all like single cuts, so I can just type time codes a little bit, and I know I'll be going over it all later. Here's another motion effect. So I'm going to start with the audio of this. I know I'm touching my face a lot, but I swear I wash my hands before starting to work. My nose is just itchy now. So like I said, I'm going to go with the audio. And then I'm going to match picture. So this audio effect is speeding it up, or this motion effect is speeding it up.
Yeah, no. I'm just going to close the door and we're just going to walk off.
So I think I can just match the first time code if I have it, if it's in the group. Oh, thank you. I guess you're watching.
I am watching.
Thank
That's
you.
not weird, is it?
No. That was Kelsey. All right, so overcutting.
I'm just going to close the door and we're just going to walk off.
So that was shot over cranked. That's why Adam's speeding it up. I'm just grabbing the effect and reapplying it. The A7 can shoot at 120 frames per second, and we're playing back in a 24 frame per second time base, so therefore it's like 5 times slower. 24 times 5 is 120 math hour. We don't have to do much math as editors, just times. It's all nice whole numbers. Uh-oh. My stream status is poor. Well, uh-oh, it's not streaming. Well, if I'm breaking up, sorry. I'm not plugged in to internet. It is definitely Wi-Fi. So it's having some trouble finding this time code. Oh. Yeah, this is grouped a little funky. Probably because I did transcode these slow-mo, so the time codes based on the starting time code will mess up. Uh-oh. Well, I think it's still going. Kelsey, if you can hear me, let me know if the stream's going. Option mark clip, because that must be, oh, because I have fillers selected there. Okay. I guess it's still streaming. I'm getting a warning. Oh no, it's back to excellent. Excellent. Takes a village.
Thank you.
And then trim this to cover. Option T to mark clip. Those are still lined up. So it looks like we're done with the dialogue. That's slow-mo, so we probably don't even need to think about that. But I'm going to solo these two tracks down here. Try to. Sometimes when you get little tiny tracks, I also use a Wacom, so it's like not the most precise, but it saves my wrist. All right, yeah, that's where the steps are. So I think we can get rid of that. And it's probably just the production audio on the camera. All right, should we be at the Grand Canyon? Yeah, only a few shots are there. That's already grouped. Oh, I forgot to see which day this was. 1817. Nice. What's going on down here?
Oh yeah, this would be a great landscape photo. Oh my god, it's so good.
Jim, can you please turn it? Jim, turn it.
So it's probably just the production audio, I think. These are both DJI.
Ready?
Yeah.
That's A9, where this production audio is, and that'll also have the time code from the A7 camera. So it's that audio, still continuous from the previous shot almost. Yep. Those markers mean that that's a through edit. You can either trim those out, or if you right click in your timeline, you can remove match frame edits. I also have it mapped to a keyboard shortcut for myself. So this, no, that's still out of sync. This stereo audio for that's connected to the Osmo. I don't think we need it. Sounds windy. And sounds like I'm directing. It's okay. If you hear a printer, ignore it. So I'm matching this one based on video, track V1, and it is named DJI 0634. So if I go to my 4UP, I can see what the names of the clips are. I'm looking for 0634. 0634. Nice. And it's about 40 seconds in. (4014), 4014, overwrite, yes. And this is clip 0635, which is this one, 2:55:06 in. Just drag. 55:06. So I'm just matching that V1 time code to what's already in the sequence in order to replace these master clips with group clips, which gives me a better link back to the original media. Okay, so I overgrouped or overcut those groups. I'm going to leave myself a little marker here saying overcut groups up to here, and then I'm going to go back through and work on the audio mix now that I have overcut those groups. Oops, I'm just going to color that red. So if I look at these audio tracks, I have Lav 1 and 2. For the most part, if they're in the truck, we have those hidden. I won't say where. And then we have safety tracks, which just recorded the same outputs, but at lower decibels in order to, in case there was a loud noise somewhere, we had a backup of the tracks recorded at a lower gain. Just because we had the channels, so figured why not back up as much as possible. So I'm starting off with the boom. I moved it down to A6. That's just where I'm putting it. And again, I am not a film editor by profession. I'm a reality television editor. So I might be doing things a little awkward or a little wrong for feature films, but it's what I know works in television. So hopefully it'll translate. I'm going to turn on waveforms. I have a feeling the boom's probably empty most of the way anyways, because when we're in the car, there was really no sense in booming. So anyways, we'll see what the A1 and 2 sound like.
All right. All right. Here we are. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I think right here.
All right. So not only do we have some B-roll here, so we're coming off this dialogue, cars driving. B-roll, B-roll, B-roll.
Film is loosely based on.
Alright, that's not good audio to use. We do have the Grand Canyon audio. I don't hear much at this point. Oh. Huh. So this might have been grouped, also kind of funky. Oh, there we go.
Or we should be doing this.
Loud noise. So, I bet this Osmo has some good road noise. This one I think we had mounted. I think it's not grouped. Oh, it's got a kind of a noise reduction filter on it. Yeah. All right, so this big gap, I'm going to leave for now because it is a lot of road noise, and I'm sure we'll have some better sound to fill that in later.
All right, here we are. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I think right here.
A little dropout, and then we have some a little radio hit from that lav.
Right here.
So I'm just going to trim that back a little.
Right here. Right here.
Still a little bit, but I'm going to fill that gap with some room tone if I can find some.
Plus NPR.
So we got 21 frames to fill. And match back. And then I'm going to look at my waveforms and find places where it looks like there might be room tone.
That's there.
Like they're outside, but they're still making a lot of noise there. This is nice. They're kind of arriving. Actually, I think we're getting ready to start filming. Uh-oh. So it's like 2 seconds of room tone. And the boom, which was on 4. So now at least
Right.
we have a continuous noise happening. It's just less jolting.
Right here.
And that
Right here.
there's still a little bit of that RF hit in the lavs. Maybe I could find which one it's in.
Right here.
So I'm soloing atoms first.
Right here.
Yeah, it's bad there.
Right here.
It's actually not bad
Right here.
on Emily's side, and it sounds just as fine. So let's move into what is on Adam's side, because they're so close together in that cabin.
Right here. This will be
Sounds good.
the best place to take a photo. Right over there.
Actually,
Will be the best. This will be the best. Will be the best. Will be the.
Sounds like his mic is still having some audio problems, so I'm just turning it down in the audio mixer completely, because it sounds like the one on the passenger side is picking up both of them.
Right here. This will be the best place to take a photo. Right over there.
Actually, I think anywhere would make a good photo from here.
This is the Osmo shadow in this shot a little bit. We'll probably push in. We were shooting 4K to deliver 1080. All this is going to get pushed in.
Plus, NPR did this story about people falling to their deaths taking selfies at the Grand Canyon. It was like 200 deaths reported.
What?
So that sound difference,
Actually, I think anywhere would make a good photo from here. Plus, NPR did this.
I think, is likely to the AC running in the car.
Actually, I think anywhere.
So I matched back to try to find some more.
On our microphones, did we scan for a new channel, Alburn?
No, I did not.
Oh, production talk.
Which one? Both of
Would make a good photo from here. Plus, NPR did.
So we're going to fix that audio.
No, I did not.
That's pretty good. I don't know if the AC is running. Sounds like there's some noise. That's 2 seconds of tone.
A real thing. Plus, NPR.
So
To take a photo.
I'm going to try. You might not be able to hear it, but I can.
Plus, NPR did.
I think it's pretty close. So I'm actually going to lay down that 2 seconds over and over again on this tracks 3 and 4 for now, until I can get out of it, or until that hum comes back. As you bring it down slowly, like maybe I can bring it down on a cut instead of on a picture cut as well, to help it feel like the sound change is motivated. So I'm putting like a 4-frame dissolve, starting at 2 frames before will end up giving me like a centered dissolve on the audio.
I think anywhere would make a good photo from here. Plus, NPR did this story about.
Man, the whole sound quality changes though. I'm going to up the room tone a little bit.
Photo from here. Plus, NPR did this story about people falling to their deaths taking. Photo from here.
I guess I still have Adam's mic turned down. Let me turn that down completely and listen how that sounds.
Photo from here. Plus, NPR did this story.
Yeah, it's the same day.
Photo from here. Plus, NPR did this story about people falling to their deaths taking selfies at the Grand Canyon. It was like 200 deaths reported.
What? That can't be true.
Yeah, it is. Selfie deaths are a real thing.
I'm going to set this level on track into out just to quickly match the levels between these two sets of clips.
It is. Selfie deaths are a real thing. Okay, maybe the 200 was total deaths, but it.
So yeah, we need a little bit more room tone in here to give Adam time for that reaction. Probably because in the scene they.
Okay, maybe the 200
Yeah, they just went into it.
was total.
I mean, I know it might seem ridiculous looking for all this room tone and filling in these gaps, but it does really help, especially at this stage. Like, everything starts off feeling slow, terrible, not good,
Okay, maybe.
but it is a process. That's not, or is it?
Okay, maybe.
No. That gap is a second long. I was trying to put 17 frames in it. Don't work. I guess I could grab the tone I already grabbed. That's only 16 frames. Too much breathing. There we go.
Okay, maybe.
Now that's. I'm first going to start by staying level on this.
Thing.
It's a little hotter, so I'm just going to bring that down a little.
Okay, maybe.
That's something. For a rough cut. I'm going to cross dissolve in and out of it though, and I'm going to apply it to all transitions into out because I have those tracks selected. It'll do both sides at once. And you can do that like the whole way down.
Thing. Okay. Selfie deaths are a real thing. Okay. Selfie deaths are. Okay, maybe the 200 was total deaths, but it is serious. For a while, if you get a bear in yourself, I think that was a big deal. Hashtag
Bear selfie.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So that's
I'm just gonna close the door and we're just gonna walk off.
our production audio.
I'm just gonna close the door and we're just gonna walk off. I'm just gonna close it.
Uh-oh. Well, good thing I always work with a backup. So this is what I originally got from Adam.
I'm just gonna close the door and we're just gonna walk off. We're just gonna walk off. I'm just gonna close it.
So I missed. Next up, this clip. So I'm just going to put the video part over it just to give me what I'm looking for. So I'm going to set this to video 2 because I'm matching the video on top to my group. Get rid of the safeties, move this down. This production audio I'll get rid of. So I know I want to get rid of this audio. Wonder how long this can go. Kind of cheating by looking at the waveforms. Oh, that's a nice sound. Yeah, so I'm just marking it in and out around that audio, and I'm gonna hit C. If you're on an unmodified keyboard, you need to hit Option C, because I have my Option key mapped to my C. That's gonna load that into my source monitor, and I cleared my in to out, because I want that sound like here after Adam steps. Then we'll hear the sound of the glasses falling. And then we don't need it a second time. Jim. Adam's playing the character named Jim. Jim's really upset at this point. So we have some slow-mo here we're going to be working with. That audio is from the A camera. We'll leave that in for now because it's more fun.
That was therapeutic. That was therapeutic. That was therapeutic.
So now they're outside of the car,
That was therapeutic.
but our mics are still inside the car, so I might boost this a little bit.
That was therapeutic.
Hmm.
We're Klingon into my face anyways.
It's Cleon. And you need to exert some self-control. And you need to exert...
Ooh.
It's Cleon. And you need to exert some...
I like this other mic better. Maybe that mic one was
Anyways.
It's
too
Cleon.
far in.
And you
to
need
the
to
where we
exert
had it
some
hidden.
self-control. You're acting like a Cleon.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, Jennings. Have a good dinner. See you tomorrow.
Oh, buddy. I'm sorry, we can't take you out here.
There's a meow that will go in here.
Thank you.
Meow.
Oh, buddy.
There's a cat back
I'm
there.
sorry, we can't take you out here. We'll be right back, okay?
Hey, Hollywood. Maybe you take a photo of me.
Back, okay?
Hey, Hollywood.
Back, okay?
Hey, Hollywood.
I don't really like either of those. But the second one's been doing me better, so I'm going to boost that for now. Like I said, we're going to ADR all of this once we get our crowdfunding.
Here. We'll be right back, okay?
Hey, Hollywood. Maybe you take a photo of me over there.
Sure, but I'm telling you, the best place to take a landscape photo.
So then Adam Jim gets much
Sure,
louder.
but
So I'm going to add edits just to do this easily. And then on the right side of that edit,
I'm telling you, the best.
I'm going to turn this back down a little so it's
I'm telling you, the best place to take a landscape photo.
not
is
over-modulated.
right there.
Jim. Okay. Jim, I think I know what I'm doing.
So there's no audio there, but I'm going to just trim out the audio from their storm off as long as I can. Oh, I guess I only need to go up to there. Nice. Oh, a little bit of production audio at the end. But I don't think I'm picking up the footsteps on the lav really. So I'm going to do that trick again where I copy something into the source. And then here I'm going to mark in to out. So that's going to grab that whole 2 seconds what I copied. But in my timeline, I'm only going to mark an out point. And when I overwrite, the 3-point edit is going to back time that so that the whole clip ends where I had the out point. Why I had to do that? Just to give just what I wanted to do. Interesting. So this is grouped, right? But this audio here, oh, because there's no audio there. That's fine. I have this camera audio.
Yeah, this would be a great landscape photo. Oh my god, it's so good.
Jim, can you please turn it? Jim,
Look at you.
Jim, turn.
Let me see if I was rolling the Osmo. Doesn't look like it. Well, yeah, it is. But I can't hear. So I'm going to leave it on the A7. Even though there's some wind in there, like I said, we're going to ADR it all later. Same with this. Well, let me hear what the DJI sounds like. It's an Osmo Mobile. on a boom pole.
Turn it? Which way? Oh, I got it. Turning it. Got it. I got it.
I don't think it really matters. We'll probably fill it in with something more germane to the story.
Yeah, this would be a great landscape photo. Oh my god.
Yeah. The wind.
Oh yeah, this would be. Yeah, this would be a great landscape photo. Yeah, this would be a great landscape photo. Oh my god, it's so good.
Jim, can you please turn it?
So I'm matching back. Kind of was windy when he started that. So I'm looking for some more audio that doesn't have them talking. And hopefully doesn't have the wind, but has just the ambience.
My friend Jim.
Is it peace?
No.
Oh, time for me to scan. I mean, it's them stepping around, but there's lots of people stepping around. That's a second 9 frames. 23 frames is what I need.
Yeah, this would be a great landscape.
I think I'll be okay for now. Just trying to make the experience.
Yeah, this would be a great landscape photo. Oh my god.
Did she say Jim before?
Oh yeah, this would be a great landscape.
No. She said it later.
Yeah, this would be a great landscape photo. Oh my god, it's so good.
Jim, can you please turn it? Jim,
Look at you.
Jim, turn it.
Okay, alright. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, wind. Maybe I should try the DJI more.
Turn it. Which way? Oh.
That's not bad. Yeah, let's see what the DJI sounds like. But this one was probably farther away. Yeah. Yeah, I can't help it. But this one, I think I will leave the DJI up.
Yeah, this would be a great landscape photo. Oh my god, it's so good.
Jim, can you please turn it?
Look at you.
Jim, turn it.
Okay, alright. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Turn it. Which way?
All right. So, I got through this section doing the audio mix a little bit. My watch is telling me it's time to stand up. So if you're at home and you've been watching me, go ahead, stand up here. But I'm just going to move around a little bit till my watch says that I'm good. So in the office, I've noticed as more people get Apple Watches, more and more, we all do this little dance at 10 minutes to the hour is up. That's good. That's good. See, boom, you did it. All right, nice. You know what it says if you have a watch, Apple Watch. But if you don't, they're probably cheap now. Although they're probably not coming from their distributor. What do I know? No paranoia talk on this channel. It's just, if you're just joining me, I'm a reality editor who has a few weeks off left. Right now, the romantic comedy with some magical elements. Stay tuned. I have a rough cut that I received from my partner in the project. And so I'm going through and overcutting the master clips that he used with group clips in order to facilitate continued editing. Group clips are easier to find, different takes, different audio channels, different camera angles. So that's why I'm doing this process now. So I just got finished with one scene where they arrived at the Grand Canyon. This next scene, and as you can see, I am getting close to halfway through. But there's still a lot of good stuff to go. But right now, I am where I am. So, I have a little locator here reminding me where I grouped up to. I'm going to match frame this clip, find bin, so load that group into my source side of my monitor. I'm going to match this. This all looks like it's my A7, so the timecode should be pretty good on the picture. Awesome. So I'm going to type in my time codes. Mark my in, overwrite. Ooh, look at all that. I'm going to set up my group first. Production audio, the camera bag. Trim this out. There we go. All right, let's keep going.
Powder room, and they have a pull-out sofa.
So I have a feeling this is what the audio is actually sunk to. Trim all this back.
Pull-out sofa.
This, trim forward. Just type it in time codes. So here we run out of production audio. Well, this is probably not, I think this is a new day. 8:17, no. Maybe it was earlier this day, because the time code is earlier. Movie magic. I'm just checking to see if we did roll the bag. I can't remember what we did in the hotel room. Doesn't look like it. Those are all not colored, so that tells me that there's not media. I'm not going to worry too much about getting all those extra tracks. So I'm matching time code by video by V1 or V2. With Avid, the time code keeps going the same way that your picture you can see from top down. Time code is also views from the top down. So even though I have V2 selected, it's showing me the time code on V1 because there's nothing on V2. So I'm going to overwrite, and actually, in fact, I will do it the proper way, select those, and then I'll fix this group. So as I continue to overwrite, I'll get the production audio that matches the cameras to make 2 steps, 1 step. At the last frame, mark my in point, select this clip, overwrite, I'll send that up, and then I'll grab I'm just going into effect mode. So I have a keyboard shortcut to go into effect mode, but sometimes when the effect is over a motion effect, it just brings up the motion effect editor. From there, I'm grabbing that effect icon and dragging it to the one I just overwrote, and it should, I can show you that it should be the same. Yeah, if we switch this monitor back and forth, I see that it's the same clip. Oh, look. So how did that happen? Because see, this clip continues. Do I write this the right time code? Goodness. Endpoint. There we go. It's not what happens when you make a mistake. It's not making mistakes. We're all human. We all make mistakes. It's how you, any editor, or any creative, any person that does anything with a computer. Unfortunately, Avid gives you a lot of indications that you're not doing it right. That was a duplicate media color, meaning that, all right, this is actually all the same clip, but when we have the tracks, mix the audio a little bit better. I got rid of those ad edits, and let's update. Got when I come back. Boom. Is there because we used it all in the day somewhere else, but for this particular six, I won't need them. In this case, this is all just camera audio. We weren't rolling production audio, messages and things. Some
Okay.
Lav RF.
Okay.
So I just brought that down. I put it, marked it in and an out, and on going to in on my first clip, I'm going to turn down the A1 audio completely, so that'll make all those clips. If you see, if I scroll through this, they're all at negative infinity until we get back to those camera audio. Bandwidth settings, and I think I gotta put them back.
Okay. Take the bed?
Little hit.
Oh, you can take the bed?
No sweat. Actually, I just...
Take the bed?
Still is kinda.
No sweat.
The bed?
No sweat. No sweat. My own room. Sponsored discount. Plus,
Oh.
with all our stuff, and you have prints, you just make things easier. Good night.
Down as he pursues Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is all going to be VFX. Probably 80 yard.
No, I'm good. I'm not doing some stupid yoga. Okay, I'm done.
Don't touch your face, Jim! Just kidding. I'm sure he washed his hands too before going to bed. Leaving the hotel. I'm gonna go ahead and just collapse this down. Same with this shot. And then these ad edits in here I'm going to remove because I'm going to be overcutting that whole chunk. So I think we'll do this section, getting them back on the road after the hotel. So this is probably the next day. I'm going to match frame, find bin. It's from 8:18. So I'm going to close my 8:17 group bins. Check out 8:18. Running. And when I here's a little where the audio JLs. So this particular one, probably because we're probably just shouting direction. So I'll overwrite the production audio as well, or the camera audio, and then switch it. Just because it might be useful, but I still got a weird mix from my board, my bag, to conform these master clips to group clips. A light audio pass, just to make it bearable to watch.
How was...
Click will show you what's grouped.
Influencer, but I thought you could capture some self-developing stories.
And so, like, but the audio was this.
There you go.
Audio, rhythmic transitions changed or gotten weird. So for this chunk, and then I'll move the booms down to the track that I have is only have the camera's audio. And then let's listen to these. But I don't think these lavs do. Lavs for this part. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, a train. A little bit of wind, a little bit of laughing. Oh, it's just some wind. So let the door open, and then and then I might trim out this boom, although I'm just gonna lift the crew laughing. I'm gonna use select into out. I have that mapped to a keyboard shortcut. You do the same thing by lassoing it. But fortunately, like, the sound is so complex, I kinda... Oh, there's a lot more laughing. Sounds like there's some more clean audio at the end here.
Big sigh.
I'm looking perturbed, it's because I can see the pinwheel. Some of these it's not too bad. I can hear a little hiccup. Ooh, what'd I do? It probably doesn't really matter for now. I'm gonna let this fade a little bit into our scene.
And one more time? Yeah.
Alright, so we don't need that production audio and one more time, because that's from when we're shooting this close up. Do an audio pass just to make it really setting up so that when I do get there, everything is easily I'm going to move that a little bit. That's fun.
Good morning.
Clean on either side of it. Oh, that's nice. So that second comes from the other audio, but...
Good morning. I'm fine. How would...
Have that room tone already selected. Ooh.
I'm fine. How was your yoga flow?
Oh, very refreshing.
Pretty good, actually.
Filling in room tone.
That therapist I went to in Santa Monica for PT,
Oh, that's so cute. Wow.
I know you're a big influencer, but I thought you could...
Hey, how exciting.
So all these, I'm going to take down the audio 3 and 4 because saying nice. Hopefully I don't say too much more. Let's say something.
One more.
We'll add truck sounds. I'm lifting. And I'm actually going to add an ad edit here, and before we change camera angles, I'm going to lower the audio. Maybe it'll sound like the truck's kind of starting, because we'll go from the cranking to the noise. And then we get it bigger. I don't know. Just keep it low. Like that noise. I mean, I probably have that starting. I hope I have it starting from exterior. Maybe I don't, though.
Rolling.
Sounds like it's already going. Back on the road. All right, so we have to overcut. Getting to New Mexico. Conversation in the car. Oh. So there. That'll be good. Probably a good ending point for this session. So to create the rough cut, I'm going to overcut all of these with group clips on all the video tracks so that they all sit on V1, which is Always good. Even in big Nexuses and ISIS computers or servers, you know, it's always if you overpower it. Like for example, all of this is DNX HD 36 media, so it's still HD media, especially once we get it grouped, because yeah, multiple streams of video can be very taxing on computers. So yeah. But like I said, most of this is shot 4K.
Your stream has been lagging
A lot.
15 seconds.
Oh.
For a second or so. I don't know, it might be just our.
Getting a technical update from the wife.
Well, it's been like that for like half an hour.
I know.
Maybe they can text you.
Or text Kelsey. Leave a Facebook comment.
You can't. You disabled the Facebook comments.
Well, no, they have to go to Facebook to
Facebook.
comment.
Oh.
Go to Facebook if you want to comment. I'm not moderating YouTube comments, so hopefully you can't comment on YouTube. I see. Yeah. Well, let me finish this up, and then I'll be done stream for the day. I'll make adjustments as I go.
Yeah,
If-
you could just work without narrating a little bit.
Oh, is that what's annoying? Me talking too much?
I'm sure this conversation that we're having makes for good live.
All right. 17. DJI OS. Yeah, jump back. Sorry for the lags. I know everyone's testing out their internet. So back to overcutting, setting an endpoint. Oops, setting an endpoint there. Oh, I hope that's. Oh. I did not have my playhead at the right place. Oh, so this audio is out of sync with the picture. So now I'm going to the 18th. Oh, picture only. And then A3 is what I'm looking for down there. Yep, just camera audio. Option mark clip. There's Prince. Hit 18. GI 0665. wasn't on my. So 669. Here I can go back to the audio because I trust that more than the DJI cameras. And my audio patching is good. So I overwrote that, but then as I was thinking about it, I was looking at the audio time code and not the picture time code, video time code. So I might have overwrote that with the wrong thing.
Okay.
I can go back to the audio.
Albuquerque are right there off the. Right there off the 40. Right there off the 40.
So that picture came from somewhere else. Oh, I see. So that's 0649. So I'm fast forwarding to 4:59:23.
Right there off the 40.
Going back to the audio.
like Matthew McConaughey. Like Matthew McConaughey content.
All right, we'll see what happens. So let's see. Let's start with the audio. And that was the same audio that was over here. But then I think we're using contact. Maybe not. We'll see. So in this picture, video time code. Oops. Need to be on the frame that you want to overcut. What are these?
Matthew McConaughey content.
Alright, I'll fix that when I get to it. I don't think I need these. And then I'm going to say we're going to be grouped up to this guy with a red locator. Just keep things simpler. So, came to this. This we probably only have from the camera, of course. Yeah, we suction cup that Osmo to a lot. It's kind of fun. So I'm just adding some dissolves to soften these cuts. And here I'm going to clean up the audio first, get rid of all these safeties. And this boom is really empty here, so I'm going to just lift that out. Little audio click, just add a little dissolve. And so all of this interior car stuff looks like we're not running production audio. I have camera audio, but it's probably not the best. So I'm gonna mix down or adjust the levels of those clips, turn them down a little bit, and let's see if this taking a picture of Prince audio. I think that'll carry me the whole way through the interior of the car for now. And these, again, probably have the production audio from the camera, or the camera audio, ambient noise. It's great for vocals in crowded spaces. Sorry, I'm just going to clean up my tracks a little. So I make them all small. Yeah, like that audio is not good. I mean, we'll definitely have some road noises that we'll add. Maybe there's I trimmed out the noise of Adam rubbing his neck. I'll probably just kill these guys. The DJI, the Osmo Audio. For now, I'm just going to set them to nothing. Negative infinity.
And cut.
And we probably got enough landscape. Just cut that. Mark all my tracks and select to the right. And then I'm just going to drag this so that I have enough audio. Because this is, like, I'm sure once we get a song, we can do 20 seconds of driving B-roll, but right now, oh, and I probably have some, I guess I can just switch these. Yeah. Oh, not plus 12, minus 12. And I'm going to add a little dissolve, just to help soften coming into that signage. Excuse me.
And last one, Alburn.
Nope. And honestly, I'm just going to trim this. And this noise can fade out. Yep. Undo. Just getting rid of production speaking.
I love driving the open road.
Actually, I'll move this down. Well, it's kind of in my boot.
If you want me to take the wheel, I love driving the open road.
Okay.
What's our route through New Mexico?
I was just gonna take the 40. Pretty much all the way.
Okay. So if we hop on the 180 south from the 40 into New Mexico, ooh,
And because they do sound much more stronger on their individual mics,
if you want me to take the wheel, I love driving.
I'm going to go ahead and clean up this one by one. Like, checkerboard their audio.
I love driving the open road.
Okay. Let's get into New Mexico and see how our day looks. Day looks.
What's our route through New Mexico?
I was just gonna pretty much all the way.
Okay. 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 So if we hop on the 180 south.
I'll get through this,
Okay.
and then I'll stand.
Okay. But why do you want to go through
Have you ever seen Contact?
like Carl Sagan content? Like like Carl Sagan content?
No, like Jodie Foster.
Like Carl Sagan content?
Jodie Foster Contact.
Oh. Oh.
Contact.
Oh. Oh.
All right. I'm going to add some little cross dissolves on all. There we go. Apply to all transitions, into out. Add. Boom. Let's listen.
If you want me to say no, I love driving you on the road.
My A2 selected. Just going to boost her up like 5 to 6 dB. 4, 5. And then right click in my audio mixer and set level on track into out.
Let's get into New Mexico and see how our day looks.
What's the route through New Mexico?
I was just gonna take the 40, pretty much all the way.
Okay. So if we hop on the 180 south from the 40 into New Mexico, and then we can take the 60 back northwest and then merge back on the 40 into Texas. Have you ever seen Contact?
Like Carl Sagan content?
No, like Jodie Foster Contact.
Oh, like Matthew McConaughey content.
Oh, that's going to be a nice place to grab some room tone.
McConaughey content.
So match frame. And I'm going to use Emily's mic for room tone because the noise on it is louder.
Hold. Hold.
Nice. 4 seconds, almost 5. So I'm going to lay that down because it's part of the dialogue right now. I'm going to do it on A3. I'm going to lower the volume on it, but hopefully it'll give a nice solid background that's also the same. And I was also going to boost Adam's mic a little. And then on this whole kit and caboodle, kit and caboodle, All right, let's listen to this.
Get into New Mexico and see how our day looks.
All right. Well, folks, well, thank you for joining me again for a little bit of working from home. I might do some of this more on my own. I might save it for you, but pardon me. It's just from talking too much. I'm feeling great, and take it easy. Stay safe out there. Stay inside. Stay away from people. 6 feet. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. Thank you for joining me, and please have fun. Stay safe. Make something. Send me a link. Find me on Facebook. Share with me. Go ahead and send it to me there on Facebook. Thank you, and yeah, I will try to be back here at 10 a.m. tomorrow. No promises, but I'll try to do better tomorrow. Starting my shift on time. Keep working. Keep your routines going. All right. Take it easy. Bye-bye.